Hi everyone, so this week I was practicing draw cutting, and I know that I've made a video showing my draw cutting practice before, but back then my friend asked me to make a video about how to do draw cuts, so I figured this would be a good time to do it. If you haven't seen that video, then click that link up there. So there's three types of draw cuts: a downwards cut, a sideways one, and an upwards draw cut. Right, so in draw cutting there's three important points: safety for you, safety for your sword, and then finally the draw cut. So what do I mean by that? So for the first point, safety for you, always start by training draw cuts with a bokken. That's a wooden sword so that you can't hurt yourself. It is an advanced move. If you've never done it before, you can really badly hurt yourself. Another part of that is learn how to unsheath and resheath safely. I've made a video called Wakizashi Basics, goes through all of that. Check that out if you don't know how to do that. And the third point is when you do a draw cut, then the motion has to be smooth. If you go back and forth, there is a possibility of you cutting your left arm. And I'll show you that. So in the draw, then the sword comes out and cuts in one motion. That's what a draw cut is. But if I draw and I bring it back, suddenly my arm is in the way of the cut and I can do a lot of damage to my arm. And obviously that's not great for anybody. Now, the second point, safety for your sword. Now that means that you draw in a way that doesn't harm your sheath or your sword. Now what do I mean by that? Now you see in movies then draw cuts come with these really big wide swings. And what that really ends up doing is it just ends up harming your scabbard. Because your sword is a really sharp object and the wood of your scabbard is not so much so, and you can cut it up quite badly. So when you do the draw, you have to have traction on the spine, that is the non-sharp side of your sword. So it comes out. And then when it comes out fully, that's when you can do your cut, regardless of which direction it's coming from. So even for a side cut, I'm not going to flip my whole sword to the side, because all that's going to do is it's going to make the arc cut up my sword. It's going to come out straight, and then once it's left the sheath, then it's going to cut horizontally. Same goes for upwards cuts. I'm going to unsheath, out fully, then flip and cut upwards. Now for the draw cut itself, then the main thing is that you keep the edge alignment right so it actually cuts properly, and that you want to add as much body mass for a powerful cut as you can. Now what that means is that the body position for each cut has to be slightly different. For a downwards cut, as I draw, my body's going to come up and then it's going to turn through with the cut. That way then the body mass comes up and then comes down into the cut and adds more force to it. For the sideways draw cut, my body's going to start slightly turned, it's going to come out, and then I'm going to swing the whole body through. And for the upwards cut, if I'm cutting up high, it doesn't really matter that much. I can do it from here. But if I'm cutting at a more mid-level target, as you usually would for an upwards draw cut, the body has to start lower and then it comes up through with the swing. That way you add the body mass to the cut. Alright, so people say that, well, you're cutting with a wakizashi, so it's easier than cutting with a katana. And in some ways, yes, it is, because it's easier in the draw because it's obviously a shorter blade, so there's less blade to get out of the sheath. But for the actual cut, it's a lot harder because it doesn't have the same mass that the katana does. With the katana, the mass of the blade makes the cut really easy as it carries itself through. Whereas with the wakizashi, then you have to train putting the body mass to help you cut through the targets. But just so that you can't say that I can't do it, I filmed some clips of me doing it with katana anyway. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, hope you learned something, go out and train. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.